tonight's dinner, we're going to be having pork chops, fried potatoes, green beans, morel mushrooms, and freshly milled flour dinner rolls. We're going to start here by measuring out our wheat berries. I'm using a mixture of hard red white wheat berries and hard white. I usually use a mixture of both when making bread rolls or hamburger buns. We're going to put those wheat berries through my grain mill. I've got a Como Classic grain mill. I really enjoy it. It grains the wheat either super fine all the way up to just cracked grains. So it's really versatile in what you can use it for. Next up, we're going to go ahead and add all the ingredients to my Bosch mixer. That way we don't have to, dirty up extra bowls. So we're going to start with the flour, and then we're going to move on to the honey. This honey we raised from our bees here on the property. I think we just got one hive now. We did lose one last winter, but it's okay. They still made plenty for us. We just don't have much extra. Next up, we're adding some warm milk, and that just kind of helps speed along the process of making it rise faster. This recipe is supposed to be about a 1-hour recipe, but I find that I usually have to let my rolls rise just a little bit more than that, unless you have them in a warm, moist spot, like maybe your microwave that you've warmed up water or something like that. We added just a touch of avocado oil in the recipe, and then I'm also going to put avocado oil on my countertops just to make the dough not stick. I find that adding extra flour, it just kind of makes your dough a little bit heavier, and I try not to add any extra flour when possible. So the oil just helps it move around on the counter a little bit more. Right here, we're just going to go ahead and get it into a smooth round ball, and we're going to set it in a bowl to give it time to rise, double in size before we make the rolls and let it do its final rise. Alright, we're going to get those pork chops on the grill. Here they are. This is actually from a kune pig that we raised. Gosh, is it kune or kune? I'm not sure. Anyway, so I had our butcher slice these very thick. It's kind of a misunderstanding. Our steaks were supposed to be very thick and our pork chops not quite so much. But it all worked out and they taste fine. And I like to leave about a half-inch fat cap on them. Both the kune kunis and the mangalittas that we've raised are both lard pigs, and they do well with the big fat cap left on them if you like that sort of thing. Alright guys, so this is actually going to be some morel mushrooms that we found. Now today is, it's January 18th, so we're eating these kind of out of season, which is such a cool thing about the freeze dryer. So you can place these in the freeze dryer without having to cook them or anything. You just, cut them up and soak them for a while and then put them on the freeze dryer trays. And when they come out, we just store them in mason jars until we, have a dinner that we'd like to have some mushrooms. And as you could see, you just give them a quick spray with water. They rehydrate really easy, really fast. And then we just roll them in flour like we would when they're fresh, or, you can cook them however you want to, but this is how we like them best. Just roll them in flour and cavenders and then just fry them up until they're crispy on each side. Give them a little bit of salt. Isn't this such a cool way to preserve food though? I mean, who would have thought? Because before, the only way that I knew to preserve morel mushrooms was to freeze them. And as y'all know, after you freeze them, they just kind of fall apart and they're just not very good. So the freeze dryer is truly such a wonderful way to freeze or to preserve morel mushrooms. While we're finishing up frying the mushroom, I'm going to go ahead and get some potatoes peeled and chopped. I like to do these in kind of smaller bite-sized pieces, and that way they just cook up a little bit more fast and a little bit more even. So we're going to go ahead and slice those up into kind of cubes, and then we're going to fry them up in some lard that we actually rendered from the same kune pig that we're cooking the pork chops from tonight. Kind of multi-purpose. But we're going to top them with a little bit of garlic salt, some onion salt, maybe some regular salt, just whatever you like on your fried potatoes. Our rolls have doubled, or the bread has risen and doubled in size, so we're going to go ahead and dump that out. We're going to divide up this dough into 12 equal, or as close as we can get to equal portions. I'm going to cook these in a muffin tin. I can't find the pan that I usually cook them in, but the muffin tin works great. It actually makes them rise a little bit further, and they look like little, like the rolls that you'd get at a restaurant or something. They're really, really pretty when they're all said and done. If you've never if you've never tried to make even rolls, this is a really awesome way to do it. You just kind of put your hand over it and kind of roll it around with your arched hand a little bit, and then if your counter is a little bit tacky or definitely not floured but almost a little bit tacky and sticky, then it kind of helps to build that surface tension on those balls, and it makes them just roll out just a little bit smoother and better. So next time you're making rolls or tortillas or anything like that, give this a try. It works really well. We just opened up a jar of green beans that we canned from our garden a couple years ago. I don't remember what variety this is, but they've been really good, and here their potatoes are. They're looking really good, almost getting close to done. So we're just gonna let these cook just a little bit longer. Our rolls just come out of the oven and they are looking very nice. Here I've got some melted butter, and I'm just going to put those over the tops. Just brush them over the tops, and that way it helps them not be so crunchy, just a little bit more softer and nice. And of course, who doesn't love butter on their roll? So it just makes them look gorgeous and delicious. And here we go. They are looking really nice and ready to go. Alright, dinner's finished, and we're going to go ahead and fix up a plate. Here's our pork chops, and these are our fried mushrooms, followed by a couple of green beans and fried potatoes, and last but not least, our roll. Thank you for cooking dinner with me tonight. I hope it reminded you that slowing down and doing things the old way can be enough.